The right to abortion is not a real right. My bodily autonomy doesn't give me license to kill, period. We have to change the way we look at this entirely and get that message to everyone. I'm Lila Rose. I've been a pro-life activist for 15 years. The pro-life movement is today's authentic women's movement. The popular narrative has been that abortion is somehow going to empower women when we know that it's an act of violence against our children. Live Action is a nonprofit dedicated to educating the masses on the truth of abortion. We want it rejected culturally and legally. We're reaching millions of people on a monthly basis through social media, through Live Action News. But the goal is, how do we get these stories in front of every single person? People that claim to be feminists and people that claim to be pro-women, but are out there advocating for abortion, they're still stuck in this very antiquated view that abortion equals women's empowerment. We're publishing content every day to millions of people, content that exposes what abortion is.
It's rough. Do you think now, watching this and from what you just said, do you still support abortions up to birth?
No. I'm Catholic, so my faith is extremely important to me.
Take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood.
Our rights, our human rights, don't come from the state. There's a higher power and there's an absolute truth that we can agree on and that we can build a society on.
Right.
For the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours, now and forever. When I was a little girl, I think I'd heard the word abortion, but I didn't understand what it was. Around the age of 9, I came across images of children, beautiful, but that had been torn apart by a first trimester suction abortion. It inspired me to say, I have to do something.
What are the thoughts going through your mind right now?
I don't know, it's gonna be fun.
In preparation, ended up bleaching my hair platinum blonde. Hannah Montana outfit at the time was the rage, got it from Walmart, put together a whole identity of what this girl was going through.
So why are you going to the clinic today? You're pregnant?
I'm taking on the persona of this young girl who's an abuse victim.
Who's the father?
I can't tell anybody anything.
We're using undercover cameras, and I'm posing as a 13-year-old girl named Brianna. I tell the Planned Parenthood worker that I have a 31-year-old boyfriend. I remember watching the view count of the YouTube videos start to skyrocket. I call it advocacy journalism.
A pro-life group staged an undercover sting at Planned Parenthood, and the results are shocking.
The video was shot by this anti-abortion group. They call themselves Live Action, and it's led by, there she is, 22-year-old Lila Rose.
The cry from the pro-choice side against the Live Action videos has always been that they are edited unfairly, that they only selectively show some of the conversations that she was having, or they're manufactured altogether. Lila Rose has been a huge pain in the side of Planned Parenthood, and I think that they view her, along with other pro-life activists, as being a huge threat to women. Lila Rose is one of the most charismatic figures in the pro-life movement.
As long as they are legal in our nation, abortions would be done in the public square. until we were so sick and tired of seeing them that we would do away with the injustice altogether.
Lila, over time, has certainly become more polished. She has been able to take the model of a young millennial feminist and transform that into a young millennial pro-life feminist.
Women in our country have walked into classrooms powerful. We've walked into the voting booth powerful. But today, after winning the so-called right to abortion, women walk into abortion facilities powerless.
She's professionalized. That has allowed her to have longevity rather than just being sort of a scandal maker blip. She has been able to transform her platform into not just an insurgent bunch of people with handheld cams going into an abortion clinic and trying to find some dirt, but rather really a platform for a movement.
And we are joined now by Lila Rose, president of Live Action.
Unfortunately, throughout our country, in many states, you can commit an abortion on a child that's viable, that can survive outside the womb.
Today, we learned Justice Anthony Kennedy is retiring from the court. President Trump, right there in the middle, will now get the chance to shape this court for at least a generation.
This is a pivotal moment. If we have another Supreme Court justice appointed who recognizes that Roe v. Wade is bad law, it could change everything. We urge Congress, the administration, and HHS to continue to take action on behalf of our most vulnerable.
I appreciate being here, standing here with surrounded by so many pro-life supporters that have done so much work for so long, not only here in this Congress, but across this country. And I'm one of the big fans of Lila Rose and the research that she's done.
I think we're going to see an end to legalized and culturally accepted abortion in my lifetime. And I'm excited to be alive and to be part of it.